Warm greetings from the high 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans, and thanks for joining me. A very horrific event took place in my home state of Tennessee. Most of you have probably heard about the mass shooting that took place this afternoon in Collierville, Tennessee. Collierville sits 39 minutes from Memphis, Tennessee. This is a very horrific event. I don't have all the information pertaining to the victims and the suspect and why the said person did this tragic, selfish act. But I will bring you audio from a video and a source. And I want to pray for all the victims and the victim who passed away. And the suspect is also dead. So we're talking about 2 people deceased and many people injured. This is a very dire situation. 12 injured and 2 dead following a mass shooting at the Collierville Kroger. Kroger is a national chain grocery store. They have gas. It is a store that we have here in the South and the Midwest, and other stores around the United States also have stores that sell Kroger products. So for some of you who are not familiar with the Kroger brand, it is a grocery store. Thank you all so much for joining me. God bless you. I will come on a little bit later to do another live pertaining to the developments pertaining to Miss Gabby Petito. But right now, I would like to talk about what's going on in my own state right now, because it is a dire situation. Hello, Miss Jackson. How are you? Hello, Tanya. Blazer. It's a crying shame. Erica, how y'all doing? Yes. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get started and play the commentary. Thank you all for joining me.
So here is the Toyota RAV4, dark colored Toyota RAV4. We've been told this is the vehicle the shooter was in. As you can see, there is a man in a bomb suit approaching the vehicle, opening up the trunk. Let's see, and he has something in his hand. It looks like a cord, but it's pretty difficult to see from here. He's opening the trunk very slowly. And they had a robot inspect the vehicle before they brought this individual in to get closer to the vehicle. He's currently looking in the back of the trunk, searching around, and it's pretty difficult to see from here, but now it looks like he's extending a cord into the back. A little earlier, I saw him take a black device out. It was the size of a laptop. So it looked like it was a laptop, but it's unclear exactly what that device was. And he took it over to a station they have on the side. But as you can see, this individual is in the bomb suit and in the back of the Toyota RAV4, searching for evidence, investigating, trying to gather anything that they can. But this does look like a Toyota RAV4, dark color. We've been told this is the vehicle that the shooter was driving. It's parked on the left side of the Kroger near the stop sign, and just about every door is open. Both rear passenger doors are open, and then the trunk is open as well. And you can see one individual in the back gathering evidence. This area is blocked off. You can see several law enforcement agents out here making sure they can preserve the crime scene. Now you can see that the person in the bomb suit is backing away from the vehicle, and it's difficult to see him from where our camera is right now, but he's walking over to the right, and looks like a basket over here. Now you can see that they're pushing us back further. It's unclear why they're pushing us back, but they're pushing us back to the sidewalk. All right, and now they're just waiting. Individual in the bomb suit is just waiting on the side. He's a distance from the vehicle at this point in time. But they have pushed us back from the perimeter. So at this point in time, we're just waiting, watching, looking to see what happens, understand what the individual was doing, what the law enforcement agent was doing. But for our safety, they have pushed us back. And then I'm going to toss this back to you at the station, going to pass this back to you in the station as they continue to push us back.
Okay, that's that information coming from Fox 13. And I'm also going to play you commentary pertaining to a witness that was at the store at the time of this horrific event. Let me see. Oh, mercy. Hold on one second. Thank you all for joining me.
Hey, we're here with Bridgetnetta Dickerson. She's worked here for about 32 years, and she says she was working on the cash register when the shooting happened. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened?
All I know is when I heard it happened, it first started in the deli, and I heard some gunshots. We thought it was balloons popping. So when it kept on going, we said, no, there's gunshots. So I ran. Some of my co-workers and some of the customers came, and we ran, and I kept on saying, go, go, go. So we ran to the back of the store by the meat department, and there's some double doors that take you to our break room. So we ran all the way back, and there's some more customers that was coming in, but they was coming in through the meat department, through that back part. And I told them, you all come on, let's hurry. And then all of a sudden, I went through the receiving department, and there's another door that takes you outside the receiving department. And there's another opening where you can go in and hide through an incinerator. And here he comes right behind us, starts shooting. And he kept on shooting. He shot one of my coworkers in the head, and then shot one of the customers in the stomach. And then my other customer got kind of like cuts because of the asphalt. Mm-hmm. And that's all I can tell you. But I did see a little glimpse of the guy, and I saw he had like a little service gun, one of the service rifles that's in the military. And all I heard was just the gunshots, and I'm like, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. God got us. He's covering us, so we're gonna be okay.
Can you give us a description of what he looked like?
I can't really give you that much of a description. All I saw was black hair and his eyes. I can't tell you a lot, because I don't want to point fingers at no one or say anybody else about it. That's all I know it was a gentleman. It was a guy.
And you said you took at least 6 people with you?
I had 5, including myself, is 6. So it's 3 employees and 3 customers.
What ended the shooting?
The police came, and all of a sudden they started shooting. I mean, he actually went back into the store. And the cops just, circled around, tried to check and see if anybody was okay. He came in where we were and said, we right here. We got 4 people shot, which is actually 3 people were shot, because one just got cut in the eye with the asphalt. And they asked us, are we okay? I said, I'm fine. And the lady that I was helping out, she was fine. Everybody was fine.
Emotionally, how are you feeling at this moment?
I'm a little bit still kind of a little shaky, but I'm okay. I got God on my side, and I'm okay. I'm okay.
Ma'am, could you say and spell your name one more time? I apologize.
Oh, that's fine. B is in Barbara, Rignetta, Dickerson. D is in Donald, Ickerson.
And pronounce your first name for me.
Bridgetnetta. They just call me Bridget. So yeah.
And how long have you worked there?
32 years, going on 33 next week.
And forgive me for asking you to repeat yourself. We got in a little bit late. Can you go through those moments again when the shots started ringing out?
Well, as I said, when the shots was fired, it started in the deli. And then it came and started coming towards the registers.
All right, you are listening to a Kroger employee of 32 years and maybe one of the bravest people I've ever encountered on television or anywhere else. She told Dominique Dillon just moments ago that she heard the gunshots, that it started in the deli. She ran as she collected other people to the meat department at the back of the store. She says that she ushered 5 people through that meat department to the back of the store and then outside. She says, but he followed us. And we believe she was talking about the shooter. He followed us and he shot one customer in the stomach. He shot a employee, one of her co-workers, this is her quote, in the head. A co-worker in the head, shot in the head, and a customer in the stomach. They must have thought that they were in the clear, but she said the shooter followed them. And she described, her words, a service rifle that he was using, that people were very frightened, and that she kept trying to calm them down, saying, God got us. That, again, she took 5 people.
I'm sorry, that cut off. Okay. Mercy. What a story. I'm going to read you commentary. Oh, mercy. Pertaining to this event that took place this afternoon in Collierville, Tennessee. Collierville sits 39 minutes from Memphis, Tennessee. For those of you who are familiar with that area, you know how far it is. And for those of you who are not, it's just about a 40-minute drive outside of Memphis, Tennessee, a little bit closer to the Mississippi state line. Fox 13 is the source. And as you know, these things will change depending on the severity of the wounds of the victims. Chaos unfolded at the Collierville Kroger following the deadly mass shooting early Thursday afternoon. The shooting happened around 1:30 p.m. SWAT officers entered the building and started clearing each aisle. They also worked to get people who hid in freezers and locked offices out safely. 12 people injured and 2 people, including the shooter, have been pronounced dead. Their conditions range from minor to extremely serious. The shooter is dead of what police believe is a self-inflicted gunshot. Police are still working multiple scenes at the Kroger. One is the shooter's car, another is personal belongings believed to be the shooter. Police Chief Dale Lane called this the most horrific event to happen in Collierville's history. The Kroger is closed until further notice. From the parking lot of the normally quiet grocery store at the corner of New Byhalia Road and West Poplar Avenue, Collierville Police Chief Dale Lane addressed the media on what he called the most horrific event to happen in town's history. Lane confirmed 2 people are dead and 12 others were injured. Among the dead is the shooter, who police believe died of a self-inflicted gunshot. Lane praised the quick response of his officers. The first officer arrived 4 minutes after the shooting started and shortly after the SWAT team started clearing the area. Officers helped to get customers and employees to safety. Some of them hid in freezers and others in locked offices. 2 months ago, the Collierville Police Department went through training to prepare for a situation of this magnitude, Lane said. Among the victims, 9 went to Regional 1 Hospital, 2 went to Methodist, and 1 went to Collierville Baptist. The victim who went to Baptist has already been released. And right now, this information has photos from the scene and also the real-time feed of what actually has been confirmed by Fox 13. And a statement came in from Governor Bill Lee, and it was on Twitter. It says, "We are monitoring the tragic situation in Collierville and offer full support to at TBI investigation and Tennessee Department of Safety and local law enforcement as they investigate further." This content was uploaded at 7:24 p.m. and right now it is 7:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Tennessee. Update as of 6:15. Teresa Dickerson, a spokesperson with Kroger, said counseling will be available for all associates. The store will be closed until further notice. Update at 6:12 p.m. Collierville Police Chief Dale Lane confirmed there are no active threats at the moment. There are no new victims. No new information is available on the suspect. Lane said police are waiting for multiple search warrants to continue to the investigation. The FBI joined Chief Dale Lane in the news conference and said they are there to support the Collierville Police Department. The FBI committed the quick response of the law enforcement agencies involved, and they are helping process the massive amount of evidence. At 6:10 p.m., the Collierville Police Department expected to hold another news conference. At 5:32 p.m., Kroger released the following statement. "We are deeply saddened by the incident that occurred at our Kroger store located on New Byhalia Road in Collierville, Tennessee, a suburb of Memphis. The entire Kroger family offers our thoughts, prayers, and support to the individuals and families of the victims during this difficult time. We are cooperating with local law enforcement who have secured the store and parking lot. The store will remain closed while the police investigation continues, and we have initiated counseling services to our associates. To protect the integrity of the ongoing investigation, we are referring questions to the Collierville Police Department. At 5:19 p.m. this evening, investigators were using a robot to search the vehicle in the parking lot of the said Kroger, and I did play you that commentary pertaining to the newscaster who was watching the robot go inside of the said vehicle that is believed to belong to the shooter. The shooter is deceased and suspected to have killed himself. That is the said information. The mayor issued a statement, Memphis Mayor Jim Strickland, and this was at 4:37 p.m. Our hearts go out to our neighbors in Collierville who are facing the pain of this tragic event in their community. I want to thank our police and fire departments who answered the call to assist. We pray for the victims and their families. That was uploaded at 5:35 p.m. on Twitter. Okay. And also, once again, there's commentary of the lady who was an eyewitness. She worked in the store, I believe the flower shop, and she's amazing. Very amazing lady. Oh, Lord. Senator Bill Haggerty gave a statement as well at 4:56 p.m. Tragic news out of Collierville, Tennessee that I'm closely monitoring. I'm grateful to law enforcement and first responders for their heroic actions. Chrissy and I are praying for the victims and this Tennessee community that is hurting. My office is available to anyone needing assistance. And at 4:01, the Collierville schools released the following statement. Due to the closure by Hellyer Road, many school buses have been rerouted. As a result, several pickups and drops will be delayed this afternoon. Your understanding is appreciated. At 3:43 p.m., Regional 1 Hospital reports that they received 9 total patients, 4 in critical condition, 5 in non-critical condition. At 3:35 p.m., Collierville Police released official information through their Twitter. CPD is working an incident at Kroger, 240 New Byhalia Road in Collierville. The scene is secure, and this is an active investigation. Chief Lane met with members of the media a short time ago, and information regarding this incident will be released via the local media outlets. That was uploaded today at 4:32 p.m. At 3:20 p.m., during a news conference, Dale Lane, Collierville Chief Police, repeatedly said how horrific the situation is. This is the most horrific event to happen in Collierville history. Lane also said the department prepared for this exact situation 2 months ago in training at the Collierville High School. Well, maybe somebody knew something, because I do find that very interesting. They did, I guess, a trial run, and who knew that 2 months later they would have to go to a horrific scene at a grocery store. At 3:12 p.m., Fox 13 spoke to an employee who gave her account of the shooting, and this is the said information. Hold on one second, you guys. Thank you all so much for listening. Prayers for Collierville. Lord have mercy, help us. I don't understand what is going on.
Linda McDonald. Gotcha. Linda, can you just tell me what you saw?
I was walking back towards the floor department, and I heard a gunshot. It sounded like it was coming from the deli, and I ran out the front door. They had already shot the front door, and I'm on the parking lot now. And several people did get shot, some customers and employees too. I don't know how many.
Do you know what the shooter looked like?
I do not. The only thing I heard was the gunshots.
Thank you. Your name is Glenda. Thank you, Glenda.
Okay, that was a lady who I believe is a Kroger employee. There's a Caucasian lady giving her account. This was at 3:12 p.m. At 3:11, Fox 13 received footage from the scene shortly after. And I'm going to see if this is any commentary that can be also played. Hold on one second. Thank you all. Oh, mercy. Well, maybe not commercial. Sorry about that. Everybody got to get their change in. Hold on. One second. Well, logged out of there. Thank you all for joining me. This is not near me. This is at the bottom state. I'm at the top. I'm in East Tennessee. This happened 39 minutes from Memphis, Tennessee. For those who are not familiar with Tennessee. Hold on, you guys. They got so many videos to play. I'm trying to get them all up here. Okay. Let me see if this one will upload. Okay, Fox 13 is the source if you're wondering where I got this commentary from. I was trying to see if another video was going to upload. It's buffering at the moment. Hold on one second, you guys. Hope you all are well out there. Prayers for Collierville. Mercy. They're showing the fire truck at the parking lot, and the people were running, aiding, with stretchers and everything. As I state, this is there's just no words. I'm giving you a play-by-play of everything that took place today. At 2:47, multiple law enforcement sources confirmed to Fox 13 that 9 people had been shot at the Collierville Kroger. At 2:43, Darrell Green is reporting seeing 3 people on the ground. Their condition is not known. At 2:40 p.m., a media briefing is expected to happen at the next 15 minutes. At 2:36 p.m., the ATF was headed toward the scene and would be helping the investigation. Fox 13's Darrell Green was on the scene reporting seeing multiple ambulances rush from the Kroger. Darrell spoke to 2 witnesses who said multiple people had been shot. At 2:26 p.m., the Memphis police said they are actively working on securing the scene at the time and are assisting with the Collierville Police Department. At 2:12 p.m., Collierville High School was put on lockdown due to the active shooter reports in the area. The lockdown has since been lifted, and school officials said dismissal would proceed at normal 2:30 p.m. At 2:04 p.m., Fox 13 Crew News witnesses 2 medical helicopters touch down outside of Kroger. Officials said that the extent of the shooting is unknown, and that was at that time. The active shooter situation is taking place at the Kroger 240 New by Hellier Road, according to officials. And naturally, this was at that time after 2 p.m. And it was, this is an active situation, developing story at that time. And it said check back at 5 p.m. because naturally it's 8 o'clock here. That part of Tennessee is 1 hour behind. So the Memphis, Tennessee area is 1 hour behind the Knoxville, Tennessee, East Tennessee time. That's the set information. I don't even know where to start, to tell you the truth. I'm just sitting here. I saw it in my phone earlier. I was out running errands, and I didn't open the article up. And then Crystal had mentioned to me that I got something to tell you, and I knew it was something bad. I said, I mean, nothing crazy. And she said, I heard about the shooting. And I was like, okay, I'll go in it when I get off the phone with you. So I opened it up, and I was just sitting here thinking to myself, like, Lord, have mercy. What is it now? What were you so disgruntled about, sir, that you would go into this Kroger store and start shooting these people? And I got a feeling you probably went and shot the one that you wanted. And that person's no longer alive. But I got a feeling you probably intended to shoot that said person, because that's usually the point of going in shooting people, is to shoot the one you want and hurt everybody else that's in line of sight. And then you decided to take your own life after you shot all these people, employees and shoppers. So I don't want you all thinking it's just employees that were shot. As you heard this lady speak, people were getting shot. I mean, he didn't care because she was rushing people out through those doors, double doors, and they were not all employees. So this person did not care about who he had intended to kill. And by the grace of God, no more people were injured or deceased. We will pray for those who are currently in the emergency room getting care. We will pray for their safety, their mental state, because you will never be the same after going into a store to shop, minding your business, and then you get shot at. You watch people get shot. I can't imagine seeing that, because that's a random thing we do every day. We take for granted going outside the door to go to work, go shop, have fun, go to places, go to bars, go to sporting events, go to people's houses, functions. You're never expecting somebody to pull out a gun in the same room that you are in because they are mad at the world or they are mad at somebody's, and you're not thinking that they're going to look at you and say, hell yeah, you going down too. I don't know you, and I don't have no regard for you. You're going to get it too. Because you need, sometimes the shooter will have mercy on people who didn't spike them to their belief. And then there's sometimes, such as this shooter, he did not care. Now we will sit and wait for the he said, she said, because that's what's coming next. How he was, who he was, what he did, didn't do, what happened at the Kroger before. It is alleged that he was on his off day. So he went back into the job on his off day and wreaked havoc at this Collierville, Tennessee Kroger. And Lord knows I love me some Kroger. And I was thinking to myself, like, damn, he knew where to go, didn't he? His own job. Very sickening. And you see this lady didn't want to really give a description of who she saw. And maybe perhaps she really didn't get a good view. Maybe, when you're panicking, you're really not trying to focus on the person because you're trying to run. But perhaps she did get a view and she just doesn't want to say on camera who the person is, if she knew of him. You understand? I understand that, because once you release the information, you can't take it back. This is just crazy. Hi, Rags. How you doing? Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all so much for joining me. Oh, Lord have mercy. I just, it's every day. It's a problem. Every day it's a malfunction. Every day somebody's angry. And I get it. We all get tested. We all get pushed around. We all get bullied. We all get some type of malfunction with a two-legged creature. Trust me, I know all about it. But you can't go out here and just kill people, kill random people, because there's people who don't have a dog in the fight. They don't know you. Hello, Lucky. Thank you for joining me, sweetie. They don't know you. They don't know what's wrong with you. And it's not their problem. And even if somebody has done something to you and you feel like they have done something to you, wronged you, you can't go and murder the person. If you can't work it out verbally with this person, then just let it go. And I also know that even talking to someone verbally can lead to an altercation, can lead to a shooting, depending on how you approach the person. If they get offended or not, they take it some type of way. See, that's the thing about life. You don't know what's going to transpire once you even approach a person. This is a dire situation. Once again, a very dire situation. Hello, Outlaw. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for joining me. Well, Robin, it doesn't matter if it's Kroger, Walmart. It's all the same. I never met a happy person at Walmart, quite frankly. I actually was at a Walmart years ago, and everybody I talked to in the Walmart that morning was pissed off. Because we know that people don't treat their employees well. We know people don't value you. But you can't go around shooting people. That's not really too much on top of this dirt that people treat people well, revere people as valuable. Nobody treats anybody well. That's the reason why Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and say it while I'm on the live. Everywhere I've been this week shopping, everybody's complaining that they don't have any workers working. Don't nobody want to work. I don't think it's that people don't want to work. I think a lot of people realize I'm worth more than what I put up with on my job. I'm worth more than what I do every day, and I'm not valued on my job. You see, you can't judge everybody because there's no food on the shelves, there's no milk, there's no place, there's no this, there's no that. People have decided with COVID, hey, I get more money with my unemployment. Hell yeah, I'm comfortable now. Are they planning for a rainy day? Hell no, they're not. But that's just it. People do this every day. They become comfortable. They become complacent. And I've worked in retail, and I know how people are. Trust me, I'm on this live wire, so you know I know how people are. There is always a complaint. You're never satisfied. You're mad about something. And I'm going to talk about that. Because as I state, I don't condone mass shootings, random shootings. Shooting somebody that's done something to you, even if you feel like busting them upside the white meat. The point is, you can't handle it this way, because if we all went and got a gun and shot somebody because they said something out of the way, they looked at us wrong, they gossip about us, there wouldn't be nobody here. They'd be dead people laying on the ground all day, every day. There wouldn't even be enough hospital staff to aid the dead people. Okay? But I know how rude people can be on a job. I know how ignorant people can be on a job. And I know retail is a very hard job to work, because you're talking about many attitudes on the job. You have the shopper coming in with an attitude. You've got the boss got an attitude. You got a supervisor with an attitude. You got people wanting to be a head knocker and they're just a regular employee. You got the busybody that's always stirring up trouble, always in people's business, always got some gossip, know everything going on, worried about what you're doing, why you's on the phone, why you're 5 minutes late, why you's in the bathroom for 5 minutes. Queen knows all about that. I know all about it. That's why you have to check yourself at the door before coming into work and after you leave your job. Because there are people that will wreak havoc everywhere, because people are unhappy and they go to work and they unleash that misery at their job. And that's the sad thing about having a job. It's that a lot of people may actually like their job, but they don't like the people that they work with. And people have quit their job because of somebody with 2 feet. And really, that's cruel, because jobs are hard to come by depending on what type of skill set you have. So if you don't have a major skill set, then you are stuck doing mediocre work, such as retail, restaurant work. We're going to keep it 100. And then you're going into that job with a bunch of people who are unhappy. So they come to work and they wreak all that at the job. They're complaining every day. I know all about it, trust me. Soon as you step foot in the door, somebody complaining. Damn, can I at least hit the time clock first? Let me clock in before you go ham. You see, because people are unhappy. Now, I do not know what transpired at the Kroger. I don't know who's in the right and the wrong, but you know, there's 2 sides of the story, and then there's the truth. And the truth also is about perception, because what I see, you don't see. What I hear, you don't hear. What did I tell you about telling a story? 3 people can listen to the story, and you'll have 3 different versions when you ask each person what happened. Well, I didn't take it like that. He said she said this, and she sounded nasty when she said it. But then you go talk to Paul, and Paul will tell you, well, no, she didn't sound nasty. She was just concerned. You see where I'm going? Because everybody has their own interpretation of a situation. And it is sad that people cannot go to their job and be happy at their job, whether they want to be there or not, whether they like the work or not. Most people just can't afford to not go. They have to have a job. Yes, you treat people the way you want to be treated. But most people don't know that. They get up, it's a problem. They got something to say. They're nasty, they're rude, they cut you off, rude on the phone, rude in talking to you, rude in their responses. I see it every day. And what you do is you feed them with a long-handled spoon. Because see, what I do is, if I see you short with me, I'm going to give you something better than what you gave to me. I'm going to say, well, baby, you all right today? You seem like you're kind of down today. You see, that's how you shake a bird out of a tree. You okay today, baby? You seem a little down. See, now you've called their bluff. And now they know that you know they were short with you for no damn reason. So they either going to come back and say nothing, or they probably going to tell you why the hell they had an attitude. And they just might tell you, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come off that way. A lady was short with me in the store today. She acted like she got an attitude every time you go in the damn store. Well, it's not my fault y'all ain't got no help in there. But then who's to say that's her disposition? But she still chiped up and said, well, how you doing? I'm great. How you doing? And I made small talk to indulge her, because I wasn't about to let her attitude shake my day. See, that's how you fool with a fool. Don't give them what they're giving back. Now, she could have had the wrong one in there who might have told her, you seem like you mad today. Then she probably would have been offended, but then the flip side of that is, well, how are you going to be offended if that's what you was putting out? It's always a complaint. Always. They're just unhappy people. And I don't know if this guy was unhappy at the job. I don't know if somebody been picking on him, saying stuff. I don't know if his pay got docked. I don't know what happened. But somebody offended him. And he decided to take it out on the world today. And that's the sick part of this story. The world didn't do anything to him. Possibly one or two people have been rattling his cage. And on this fateful day, he went into his job and gave it to everybody. Lord have mercy. There's no words. We're going to pray for Collierville. Thanks for the first responders, the police department, the sheriff, the SWAT team. Thank you for your work. Thank God no other people were injured or killed today. I don't know. I guess we will see what is going to be said about this fella. I do not know if he is Caucasian or if he's African American. I do not know, because the young lady, she did not reveal the race of the person who she saw with the gun. But nonetheless, this is a tragic event, and somebody didn't go home today. And the other person who exacted these crimes, he took his own life. So he's not going home either. I will be back a little later to bring you said information pertaining to the Petito case, because there's a new development in that case, and I will bring you that said information. Prayers for Collierville. Prayers for those who are in the hospital, praying that nobody else passes away from their injuries, and prayers for those who have been released. And we're going to pray for their mindset, because now you're going to have some people who are now shook up and probably will not want to go back out to shop or go to work now because of what happened in that Kroger. And that's even more horrific because now what you took for granted today has been violated by one person who was mad at the world. So now what was a peaceful day for you, perhaps going into the store to shop, it is now gone. And the people who work there will never be the same again because now you're going to look everyone in a different way. Soon as somebody gets quick tongue, first thing you're going to think, Lord, let me get out of the way. You hear somebody arguing, a dispute, you're already jumping to the floor thinking somebody's going to bring out a gun. That's going to be a terrible way to live. And just fearing going out is going to be a terrible way to live. And many people stop going out because of tragic things that have happened to them, such as this event. They either were shot, mugged, assaulted, were in the room at the time the event happened, and now they fear to go outside. Sweet Sativa, come on now. If you want to donate to the channel, $Big Angie 129 Cash App. Thank you all for joining me. I will be back a little bit later. Thank you for joining me. Prayers for Collierville, Tennessee. God bless all of you. I want to get another update pertaining to the victims and their health, what state they're in. I will bring you this information if I can. And so we're going to pray. Hello, beloved Ghost. How are you doing, sweetie? We're going to pray for these people. We're going to pray for their safety. And we're going to pray for the mindset of all those who were in the store, because this is a horrific thing to go through. And we're going to pray for these people that they're going to be able to function after today, because most people probably won't be able to function now after running out of a store for their life. Thank you all for joining me. I'll be back shortly with another commentary pertaining to the Petito case, and I will drop the link if you'd like to come in and give your opinion on a arrest warrant that has been issued for Brian Laundrie. Thank you all for joining me. Have a safe evening, and this is Everyday Shenanigans. Thank you.